Yeah, please go ahead and keep the presentation for within 5 minutes.
Hello, good morning. Is it audible?
Yeah, yeah, very well audible.
Okay. So, good morning, one and all. Myself, Anish Rajendran. I am actually working as energy technologist in the Energy Management Center, Kerala. It is coming under the Department of Power, Kerala, to enforce the Energy Conservation Act in Kerala state. So, we are the nodal agency of Bureau of Energy Efficiency also. So actually, the introduction was a little bit changed because yesterday also I had a poster presentation which was part of my thesis work. So my parent organization is Energy Management Center Kerala. So this poster is from that organization. Then today's the subject is well defined: the climate change, which is the where the global warming and biodiversity is the key to this climate change, which will affect our ecology for sure. So now this is a study which is based on the carbon footprints from an educational institution, and it's actually a case study. So how the we can make the institution carbon neutral by offsetting the emissions from different sources. Like we will discuss it now. The key solutions are the implementing energy efficiency, renewable energy, and circular economy. Now we know that the educational institutions, we have different concerns like which are contributing to the climate change. So during 2007, the Victoria University of Architecture and Design had to mitigate the effects of their emissions. They had purchased the carbon credits, which were yesterday we were discussed. But this is not the suitable model unless they adopt carbon offsetting methodologies in their institutions. So we have studied one case in Kerala, which is a school. So we to estimate the carbon footprints, we had a baseline data survey. Initially, an energy audit was also conducted. So we collected the basic data, electricity bills, the details of appliances and smart classroom equipments, everything, and the details of water consumption, wastewater, the transportation methods, which is also having a major share. Then the details of various trees and plants available. So we found that this is the footprint estimation where electricity is contributing almost 2 tons annual. Then carbon footprint annual. Then the transportation is a major player where they uses the school bus and other transportation means, which is the forerunner. And the second is the wastewater. So we have see this is the carbon footprints. We call this as the carbon sources, and this the trees which offset a little bit carbon offset, which we called as the carbon sequestration. These are also called as carbon sinks. So now, what are the solutions to offset this? So the major energy consumption share was also studied, which revealed that the electricity and LPG for use for cooking in the canteen was the major share. Then after that, the diesel consumption was also having a contribution. Now, coming to the carbon footprints from the sources like mobility and water use. So here, the water is used for washing and different other floor washing, different means was studied. So then we have studied the transport system. So most of them use the private cars and auto rickshaws, which contribute much into the emissions. So we could switch on to the public transport and bicycles for a green transportation means. Now coming to the appliances and equipment use in Kerala, the government is very much with the promoting the smart classroom. So as a result of that, we have a lot of projectors and computers consume electricity throughout the day. So they have the major contribution. The second contribution is from the ceiling fans and the lighting, and little bit from the laptops. And for considering the paper use, the paper waste, which is used for conducting exams and other valued papers, these are also disposed without recycling. So what are the methodologies we can adopt for this? So the key player will be energy conservation and renewable energy. So by increasing the efficiency of the equipments by adopting star labeling schemes, then by installing a solar PV power plant and biogas for reducing the electricity and LPG consumption as a renewable energy integration methodology. Now, coming to the other lifestyles, which the behavior change we have to adopt is promote the use of public transport and bicycles as a green initiative, and then reduce, reuse, and wastewater for gardening and other purposes, which is again coming under the circular economy, which is reduce, reuse, and recycle. Now, to conduct the exams in an online mode, nowadays we already started because the study was conducted before COVID. Now, after post lockdown, all the classes are running online, and now a lot of footprints are offset already. Now, these are the results we got after what we proposed, and some of the stages are still in implementation. Now, we have
Anish, could you please conclude now?
Yes, ma'am. Just 1 minute. Yeah. So, okay. Sorry. So, the electricity is offsetted. These are the carbon sources, and these are the carbon sinks. So, the result of the carbon source plus sinks should be 0. This is the carbon neutral concept. So, the electricity is offsetted by providing solar PV power plant and other methods, and energy efficiency is the key player. Now, the transportation is offsetted by adopting public transport. Then the water reuse and food waste, these are offsetted by adopting circular economy. Now, the fuels are offsetted by adopting green energy, like biogas and other things. So, as a conclusion, the effect of this carbon emission footprints are adopted by energy conservation, renewable energy, circular economy, and carbon sequestration by planting trees. By planting trees alone will not offset much carbon because the potential is very less. So we can utilize farming and other methods, but the contribution will be little less. So these other factors will be the key players. So thank you. Thank you for the university to give an opportunity to present this topic, which is well connected to sustainable development. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Anish. It's really an interesting, pressing, neat topic. Sir, please.
Actually, I have a couple of observations that I would like Anish to ponder about. Need not answer right now. One is the losses in the energy generation, transmission, and distribution itself due to old equipment, and there's a lot of losses there. The second is when we say photovoltaic energy, yes, once it's installed, it is green, completely green, neutral footprint. But to manufacture these panels, right, there is a lot of carbon. It has its own carbon footprint. So that needs to be taken into account overall. Same thing with electric vehicles. Just because it's an electric vehicle, the power is still coming from somewhere. It's getting generated in a non-green way somewhere, but it's getting stored in a battery, right? So unless you take into account the footprint of the battery itself, manufacturing the battery, disposal of the battery, plus the source of energy that is being used to charge the battery. So it's not as straightforward. All these things also have to be taken into account. Thank you. It's a very good presentation, by the way. Excellent work.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, for your feedback. And we will incorporate these suggestions also into the study. And also, as a answer, we nowadays we are planning for distributed generation rather than the single directional way, so that the grid losses can be eliminated. And as such, we will include the suggestions for adopting circular economy and other things in the manufacturing of solar panels, and that also we will incorporate in such studies. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Anish, for the wonderful presentation and a very interesting topic.